And then it even comes back down to basics, your picture of Grand Prix, you know, the crash.
Yes.
You know, in the right place at the right time. Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, we're talking about filing on the run. For me, I don't like the feeling of missing something. If somebody said to me, where's the photo?
Yeah.
And I was filing a generic picture of a car going past and I missed a crash, I don't think I could live with myself. So I've just spent, my nose is bent because I've spent the time looking through that camera going sadistically, you know, please crash in front of me, but nobody get hurt.
But that's one of the best crash pictures in a long time, you know.
And no one had it.
Yeah, no one else had it, and that's the awesome thing. You know, you think how many photographers were at the track that day.
Yeah, well,
and you're in the right place at the right time, and people go, oh, it's luck, but I believe in creating your own luck, and I'm sure you guys too, do as well. You chose the lens you were on, you chose the corner you're on, you had certain settings on your camera to sort of capture what happened.
Yeah.
And no one else got it, so.
I don't actually remember seeing the crash through the camera because I think the shutter just blacked out everything.
Yeah. Well, that means you got it.
Yeah. And I was thinking, I had to drop the long lens and grab the short and run. Yeah. So that whole time I'm thinking, oh, I hope there's something on that camera. Yeah. And I started to shake. My phone started to vibrate. You know, the boss is calling me, going, "You better have got that." Yeah. So it wasn't until I ran back to the camera and started scrolling through the pictures, and I thought, "There's got to be something in focus, anything."
Were there other people on the corner you were at?
Yeah, one other person did get it, and there was a punter behind me in the stands who had a great lens. This is the other thing, everyone's got a camera. Yeah. Someone did get it behind me up in the stands. He might have had a good zoom. He got one frame, I think. Okay. But I think at that stage in the race, people started to change corners and look for a different angle.
Okay.
Yeah, which I think is, I don't know, I mean, it's luck that I didn't choose to do that at that time, but...
Probably one of my favourite pictures I've ever taken. I wasn't actually looking through the camera when I took it. It was a Formula One crash, and this car was coming right at me, and I had a 500mm lens on. So even, it's basically, the shot is half the car fills the frame, basically. So it's just crashed into me, probably 25 metres away. And as it's coming to me, I'm like, this is bad. So I've just literally hit the ground, kept the camera, handheld 500 above, and just pressed the shutter. There was 8 frames, I think. One of them sharp, absolute pin sharp, and it's the actual impact of the, you know. So it's luck sometimes.
So that Grand Prix picture, because I've had a concrete wall at one of those move about that far. I was right behind it, and the same thing with me. The car crashed in front and moved about that far.
Well, like you were saying, Ryan, I don't remember thinking I should duck. There was no time, like zero time to think I should get out of the way. No, it was just, it wasn't coming towards me, it was kind of passing across the frame, and it flew through the air, landed in the litter, and the litter just slowed it down immediately and stopped. It didn't actually get time to hit tyres or anything, it sort of landed against the wall.
But debris?
Debris, the litter was landing on us, yeah, that was all. There's actually footage of it. If you see the footage, you can see us running afterwards, but it was just, you know, the whole thing was so fast. I've got photos, one of my last frames, because there's only a tiny window to shoot through. One of my last frames was of a pebble, I think, in the air. Still in focus. Yeah. And a few little bits of bonnet and stuff, you know.
One of my first motorsport events covered was the IndyCars at the Gold Coast years ago. And at that back chicane, a car's just missed the chicane completely and gone into the wall in front of me. The walls moved, like you said, that much. But then there was just this really eerie silence. And then 2 seconds later, I just got covered in carbon fibre and fuel. It burst the fuel tank. And it was me and Andrew Hall, another photographer, with me, and we just got covered in fuel and carbon fibre, and we thought this could just explode. So that was probably the closest I've come to getting hurt on the job, I guess.